Hey Gearfax friends, I do love ElectroHarmonix pedals, and today I've got the Oceans 11 Reverb. This is actually a bit of a multi-effect system if we have a close look at that bottom left dial there. Anyway, I'll start you off with the clean sound, playing a Fender Jaguar, and this is hall reverb. Exactly as you'd expect, it's nice and big, and if we turn it up about 3/4, it really does become excessively large. With a lovely wobbling kind of tail on the end. Really nice hall reverb. Moving on, we got spring. This one is really cool. So you can really feel those springs jumping around inside that chamber, all digitally emulated of course, but ElectroHarmonix have done a really good job on that one. Next up we got plate reverb, and as you'd expect this is just a really smooth long reverb. Again, pretty massive. Up next we've got a special effect one. It's reverse reverb. I'll leave the settings a little bit high for this one. Not really a reverb effect that you would use every day. Like I said, it's more of an atmospheric special effect. So I think you'd be looking for a very specific kind of scene in your music to use that one, but it's good to know it's there. Next up we go into echo. Accidental touch on the string there, but anyway, that gives you an introduction. And that has all the standard controls that you'd expect. Changing the speed, changing the tone. But this is where the mode button in the center comes into play. If you press that one, your master on-off switch now becomes a hold switch. And as long as you keep that down, that echo will continue until you release it and it fades away. It's a really cool feature. Next up, this is a tremolo effect. Put everything back to the center. So a nice solid reverby tremolo, and again the mode button comes into play, so we'll press that one. And although it's subtle, what it's actually doing is changing the waveform of the tremolo. So as we go through our modes, we should be getting harder and softer edges. Just going back to that hard one. Where is it? There are 3 different modes for tremolo. I just want to speed this one up a bit. Alright, so quite a lot of fun could be had there too. The next one, Modulated Reverb. Several different modes for this too. So you can hear a bit of ripple in that one there. Let's turn it up a bit. So it sounds like a fairly heavy chorus is blended into that. Let's go to mode. And now it's flanger. And a more kind of saturated flanger. And again, we've got that hold function. guitar now. And that'll hum for as long as I hold that down. I should mention too that that light was flashing with the tap tempo. Next up we've got Dyna, and to be honest I don't remember what this one is. That's right. This one follows your dynamics, so you can set the controls so that only your high velocity notes will get the reverb. I'm pretty sure you can press mode to make the reverb tail become suppressed as you play further notes along. Okay, so some kind of gating going on there. Let's try that mode button again. Yeah, that's interesting. So you can feel that reverb getting pushed down as new notes come into play. Okay, so if your riff is quite continuous, the reverb tail never seems to get over that suppression. So it's useful for riffs that have nice breaks in them that you might want to get slowly swelled up with reverb. Interesting one, might take a bit of practice to control, but anyway, let's move on to Auto Infinite. As you can hear, that sounds a lot like the hall reverb. This one, you have to have another momentary pedal attached. Just needs to be a momentary switch, and when it's activated, that reverb will linger, just like it did with the modulated reverb and the echo I showed you a moment ago. I haven't got a momentary switch handy right now, but it doesn't take much imagination for you to get the picture there. Now I've got Shim or Shimmer or Shimverb, whatever you want to call it, and it is really nice. It's a very synth-like reverb with octave overtones. Greatly suppresses your dry signal. And this one too has several modes. You can hear a kind of a deeper hum to that one. And again, we've got our infinite reverb. Finally, we've got Poly, and to be honest, I can't remember what this one does. Let's return everything to center. Okay, again, lots of octave overtones. So the sub-octave is a bit clearer on this one. Do we get our infinite on this one? Yes, we do. That could be a really nice ending for a song. Okay, well I've got to tell you, Gearfax friends, this is one of the most pleasing and most versatile pedals I think I've ever come across. Everything sounds great on it. I admit that you wouldn't use all of the effects in that circle right there, but everything that is usable is so moldable with these controls, and I feel that there's so much creative scope with these effects that do add so much character to your sound. The mode switch is a handy feature, although I concede it would take a bit of getting used to. Clearly though, it's offering us a lot more versatility and controllability with its tap tempo feature that I didn't show you, and also the ability to control those tails using the master switch. Just a quick tour around, there are no surprises. The infinite momentary control there that I mentioned, input, power at the back, output on the right. So that's all for today, guys. I'm really glad I did this review. That's the Oceans 11 from ElectroHarmonix. Thanks for liking, commenting, or subscribing. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.